A servant like Jesus is one who is selfless, accessible, and makes sacrifices. Money, resources, time, comfort, those things that we think are creature comforts, and our sleep and our beds and all those wonderful things that we have are not important when it comes to serving. Those things are things that we need to be willing to sacrifice, that we see Jesus, our Savior, always sacrificing. There was a time in my life that I used to get frustrated about time. I never felt like I had enough time to do this or time to do that, or I felt like time was mine to own. I felt like time belonged to me. And it took me a while to learn that time does not belong to me. Time is not mine. That belongs to God. Jesus says himself, if you want to be great, you must become a servant. Jesus made himself nothing. Having the attitude of a servant begins with a choice. He purposefully laid aside the glories of heaven and came to earth as a human baby. And he chose to live as a man who would suffer a humiliating and cruel death. Jesus took on the nature of a servant, and having the attitude of Jesus requires that servant heart. He didn't put on a front. He wasn't contrived effort, but he was real because of the essence of who he was. He served with love. Servants do not merely act a part, but it has to be at the core of who they are, their being.